Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Don't Blame Me. Today, my guest is Alexis, and we talk about international fuck buddies. We talk about an au pair with a Swiss boyfriend, and we talk about queefs a lot. Keep watching.
Say queef again.
Queef.
Thanks to Audible for supporting Don't Blame Me. Go to audible.com/blame or text BLAME to 500-500 to get started. Amazon Prime members can get Audible for $4.95 a month for the first 3 months. Offer ends July 31st, 2018.
This episode of Don't Blame Me is brought to you by Lola, bringing you the 100% feminine care organic products. For 40% off your order, visit mylola.com and enter BLAME to get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to... God, I'm like even self-conscious talking about this now because I'm actually so excited. Not that I'm not excited for our other guests.
No,
this
you're
is
not.
Another episode. I'm not. This is an episode of Don't Blame Me with honestly, everybody's favorite Bachelor contestant, Alexis Waters.
Hello. Oh, that was the first intro that someone was like, favorite dolphin. It's like so embarrassing in this life. I want to like be like...
We moved past it.
Thank
You're like,
you.
I'm a whole new person now.
Yeah, I know. I'm like the hoop queen. That's what I want to be.
Yeah, Hoop
I
Nation.
should have brought you...
I've seen it. I see when you like show people with like Danielle wearing them and
no.
Yeah.
You'll get a pair of hoops. Don't you worry.
Oh my God,
just pick out ones you want.
Die. Oh my God, hoops are my new thing now. Mine are very tiny right now though, but
let me see.
They're really small. I feel like you're gonna judge my like really small hoops.
Oh no. I'm like very open-minded to hoops.
Okay,
now.
so like
Every
all
size.
hoops. No, we don't discriminate against
I don't
hoops.
discriminate.
Okay, so like all hoops are
Hoop
welcome.
Nation is like
Okay.
no
All hoops
discrimination.
matter.
Yeah, all hoops matter.
Oh, that's a really good segue for that hilarious laugh you can hear. We have a Mel camp. Mel's here.
Hey.
So she's got her.
I've got little
Oh, you've got hoops on too.
Yeah.
Guys,
Oh my God, we all do it. Do you have hoops on?
come on, gal.
It's fine.
I'll get you a pair. I'll send the whole office hoops.
Oh, we would.
I'm stacked.
I would die. I'd be so happy. So if you guys are living under a fucking rock and you don't know who Alexis is, she is the greatest Bachelor. No offense to anyone else. You were honestly, not only were you like, not only did I have a friend crush on you when you were on Nick's season.
Yeah.
Which first
Nick
of all,
who? No, I'm kidding.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
I
like.
see him all the time now, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
No, but your mindset of it was exactly how I would have been. First of all, I would have been like, just tried. I would have been friends with everybody. I would have done something just ridiculous and be like, who cares?
Yeah.
But also when like you got like eliminated or whatever, and you're like, yeah, we're more like friends. Like I wasn't that into him. I was like, thank you for saying what everybody else should say. Like there's no.
It wasn't like, that's why I was like, I didn't like him. Like that was portrayed like badly, but it was just like, no, we were more like friends. Like we were talking about weird things like aliens and Nicolas Cage. Like it wasn't like sexual or like romantic at all. And I can't like even fake it.
No.
That's why I'm so bad for the show at the same time, because like they want that like lovey-dovey
crying
like girls that like fall, and I'm just like, no, I'm like just chilling with Nick, like,
Well,
you know.
And that's how I feel like it would be, because like when I think about it in the same sense, like as much as like I want somebody else to like me, I'm more concerned that I'm gonna like them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's no way
And
you
it
can
wasn't
go
the ends of
on.
the world if Nick didn't like me.
Because
like,
he's only gonna pick one of these people.
and it was like whatever. And like I became friends with everybody. So
Yeah.
I was like, it was a good time.
Oh, you're the best batch of girls.
I
I'm like
know.
obsessed. I love Raven.
Oh my God, yeah, Raven's
Oh my
the
God.
best.
You guys-
Raven lives, her boyfriend, Adam,
Yes,
he's on the show
duh,
too.
obviously.
He lives a block away from my boyfriend.
Oh no way.
So we like are like living a Dallas dream.
Love your like the posts that you do on Instagram where you do like
This is Tyler.
yes.
Oh my God,
And
I know.
So wait, how did that start? Okay, if you guys haven't seen, so on her Instagram, she has, it's like you literally just post like videos or pictures of him, and then there's like this whole thing of like, this is Tyler. He loves tacos, blah blah blah, all these things. It goes, and he loves his mama. Like it's how every single one ends. But you've been doing this for months now.
It's so fun. I just like make fun of him.
I
but
love
it's like
that.
amazing. No, he's a mama's boy, but those are the good boys.
Yeah.
The ones that love their mama.
Yeah, they know how to treat girls right.
Yeah, no, he loves his mom. I can't, and his mom's awesome, so it's good.
Oh my God.
But no, yeah, this is Tyler. It's pretty fun. I just literally make fun of him. He's such a dweeb. But I met him through Rachel Lindsay. So honestly,
wow.
The Bachelor worked for me, guys.
Oh my gosh.
It really did.
Oh, I
so
believe
she's
it.
friends with Tyler, and they live in Dallas, and they just hooked it up, and
That's
it worked.
so
It was just
fun.
natural.
Oh.
Yeah, we're like best friends. It's like creepy.
That's
He's like
so
the one.
cute.
And then last week I was on my period, and like I pulled my back out, and I was just in the worst mood ever, and just like a psychopath, and he like accepted me.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
no.
a big deal.
I wish someone recorded me. Like I was like, we're not compatible. Like I don't want to move to Dallas anymore. Like I was not
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Oh,
and
I
he
do
like
that.
still loves me. I was like, oh my God.
Like, even when I'm being crazy and mean and
Like I
trying to
knew
get
he
you
was the
mad.
one, and then after last week, I was like, okay,
That's
yeah,
so
He locked
cute.
us down. Yeah,
Oh, you're like, okay, put a ring on
I know.
it.
I went like house hunting too.
Oh.
Shut up.
I know.
Oh
and
my
there was an
God.
elevator in the house. I was like, who's paying for this?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not.
But that's like some like Daddy Warbucks shit. You're like, this doesn't happen now.
I know. He was just like, worry about your hoops. I was like, okay.
Okay, I'll worry about my hoops.
All right.
So I'm excited for you to be on this. I feel like you're going to be great at this. So we're going to be giving people advice. They're going to call in, they leave voicemails, and we give them advice. And
Oh my
I
God.
feel like
I feel like
like
good.
well, and I also feel like people who've been on like reality TV, and also as soon as you said you're like, are we allowed to swear on this? I was like, great, yes. That's what I need is somebody else who's going to be able to just
Let
say
loose
whatever.
and not care.
Yes. So
I
I
know.
feel like you're going to be really good at this. And if you guys are listening to this, we're also filming this for YouTube. And then if you're watching on YouTube, you can see us shimmy.
I'm
And
really
then-
proud of myself that I covered my boobs today.
I-
Because usually they're out.
But you've got good boobs. So
I know, but
there's
I
no
wanted to be like comfy and cash today.
As I
'cause
had,
I'm
like,
kind of hungover.
unshaved legs.
Yeah,
and
I had to
sitting
shave my
cross-legged.
legs too. I always forget to shave my knees too.
Oh, I don't think I've shaved my knees in like 3 years.
I've been getting laser though, and it's actually working.
Oh, everyone keeps telling me to do that, but I'm so lazy.
Laser away.
Yeah, please.
Sponsored.
Honestly, if that was the deal. So if you're listening to this on YouTube, we're also recording this you can listen to iTunes podcast. So if you like just want to listen multiple times in your car, anything like that, this is Don't Blame Me. So if you guys want to call in, you're going to hear all the calls that are about to come through. But if you want to call in, the phone number is 310-694-0976. Are you writing it down? Or you want to Starburst? Grab one. And if you are an international caller, meghanpodcast@gmail.com, email a audio file. Just record it on your phone and we can play it there. So we're able to play it and then we can give some advice.
I'm so
Are
excited.
you excited?
Yeah, I feel like I have a good mindset right now. So I feel like I'm good at giving advice. I believe.
I mean, I think that's all that really, the only key to giving good advice is believing you can give good advice. That's really it. Like, it's
Right.
just the confidence. Like,
the
No, but,
title
like,
of the show.
Yes.
I wouldn't take advice from myself 2 years ago.
same.
You know what I mean?
But I constantly think about that, and it shifts like month to month for me. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so much older and wiser, and I'm like, I've been doing this podcast for like a long enough time that I'm like, I think I'm better now. Like every time I'm like, I'm doing so good. I'm like, oh, I wonder how all those people were to give this other really bad advice to.
Yeah.
I regret it eventually.
Yeah, whatever.
But they can't blame you.
But they can't blame me. That's like the whole thing in the title. Exactly. We have got our what's it called in the
Disclaimer.
disclaimer. We've got a disclaimer right in the title. Okay, should we hop into the first call?
Hi, Megan. So I'm 19 years old and I'm an au pair living in France. And I've been here for 11 months now. I have 1 month left. And while I've been here, I've met my lovely Swiss boyfriend that I love very much. We've been together for 6 months now, and he's kind of become my little home here in Europe. I love his family, and I know that he loves my family. And he's that kind of guy that I could really see myself settling down with in the future and raising kids with. We've been together for 6 months, and I don't really feel like our relationship has fully run its course. But seeing as that I'm about to go home, we've been kind of discussing long distance, which originally is something that I said that was off limits for me that I would never even consider, and has now become something that I'm just really unsure about. I've always told myself that I'm not the kind of person to be in a long distance relationship, and I honestly don't think that I could handle it. But I have let him know that I kind of am interested in trying it, but the more I think about it, the more wishy-washy I become on how I feel. We're already starting to plan trips for him to come see me, and the last thing that I would want to do is tell him that I'm ready to do long distance and then go home and change my mind. Going home, it's hard to see myself being in a long distance relationship, and I actually don't see myself only dating him for the rest of my life. I can see myself settling down with him, but I feel like I need time in between us being together now and maybe in the future to be with myself and to be with other people, even though I really do love him a lot. He said if I changed my mind about long distance, he would understand, considering I've told him that that's something I wouldn't be interested in. But I have also said that it's something that I've been thinking about. I also have to mention that my ex from before I left is newly single again. And not only that, but he's 6 months sober, which was a kind of big problem with our relationship, is that he was smoking and I wasn't. I've had really strong feelings for him since I met him, and they haven't gone away the entire time I've been here. I'm always embarrassed to say that I'm still hung up on him, even to my closest friends, but it's the truth. All these months when we've been checking up on each other, he's been sending mixed signals, and I don't know if it's just me reading it wrong or if there's actually something still there on his end as well. But I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me that wanted to go back and try it with him again. So ultimately, I guess my question would be, what do you think I should do with long distance? Do you think I should give it a shot or just start off with a no? And if I don't do it, do you think I should take the chance in getting back with my ex? Please help, Megan.
I vote D.
See?
I vote none of them. I vote
None of the above.
None of the above, which sounds like cruel. But I don't know. I mean, like, have you ever done long distance? Well, you're in a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
But how long is it?
It's been like, how
No,
long?
like how physically. How far?
The distance.
Dallas. It's like a 2.5 flight.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Tyler's roommate's ex-girlfriend, and that's a key word, ex, lived in Greece.
Oh, wow.
So they were doing long distance, but they said like the long distance had nothing to do with their breakup.
Oh.
So I mean, like, I believe in long distance because he
Yeah.
like actually loved her, but like also I don't think that she should go. I think D, no, none of the above.
Yeah.
I feel like we're on Family. Well, what's the one with the multiple choice? Multi-millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Just the multi-millionaire show.
Yeah.
Dating a millionaire? What is it? $1 million
Guys,
matchmaker?
please don't judge me today. I'm not okay.
Okay,
But
we both have concussions.
yeah,
Let's
we
just
both.
say that.
I basically got a concussion at Disneyland yesterday. I'm just
Concussion
always
of
like
fun.
this.
my dad jokes. But so I've said before when it comes to long distance relationships that I personally think they only work as a means to an end. Like, oh, we're going to be long distance for like
For
2
this
years
amount
and
of
then we're going
time.
to move here or
Yeah.
something like that. But I think like, I don't know.
Overseas is
it's
like
a
a
lot.
lot. I don't think I could do that.
And
but
like you get caught up in the romance of being like there with him in that space. Like, I don't know how much, I mean, like I think about it like a set crush. Like I've had so many crushes on PAs, which I'm like, thank God I did not like follow through with that. Mel's
yeah.
judging me with that PA look. I mean, none of the PAs I've worked with you, if that's what you're, I just like, I like, but like you kind of get those beer goggles.
Yeah.
Of
You're
that.
just stuck with people and you think that's all that is around because you're around them for a long period of time.
Yeah, and
I'm not
even
saying that's what this is.
No,
but
yeah.
But also the fact that she's thinking about her ex
Yeah.
even while she's in the new relationship is a sign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And she
agree.
doesn't
But
want to
also-
be with him right now either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
I think but the ex needs to leave the past in the
Yeah.
past.
yeah.
Yeah. I think him being sober for 6 months is so great,
Good.
but that's also, it can be so great and it doesn't affect you. Like it can be
Yeah.
so great for like him and like whoever he ends up being with and all that stuff. Like him being sober is not I don't know, like your time has kind of like passed with that.
Yeah.
And
Leave the
that's-
past in the past.
Yeah. And I think also it can be kind of hard, especially when like you with the guy that you're dating right now, it can be kind of hard to be like, well, you already went into it saying you don't want to do long distance, but you like him, but there's nothing actually really wrong with your relationship. I find people have such a hard time ending things on a good note.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you can walk away from something
I know.
in a good place. Like you don't have to wait.
It doesn't have to be like a big ordeal. Like it could be like, we had what we had. It was good.
Yeah.
And let's like just move on.
And you can like leave it just like that without
And not like post like Instagram quotes. And like, you know what I mean?
It's like passive aggressive as hell.
Yeah.
Like you're
like we know
allowed
what you're
to do
talking
that.
about. You're not fooling anybody.
And
yeah,
it's
just
also
don't do that.
You
girl.
can still like him, and I don't know. Like it doesn't have to be. You don't have to compromise wanting a long distance relationship just because you really liked.
Sorry,
you really
my
like
posture
him.
is so bad.
I mean, I match the couch, which is why if you're watching on YouTube, I have to put a sweater over my shoulders because I otherwise would just like.
My
fully
mom
blend in.
always says shoulders back,
Boobs
chest
out, tits
out.
Tits
Yeah.
out for
Party
the
on.
boys or girls, whatever you're into.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
just-
no, I think that if she's literally even having the thought of getting back with her ex-boyfriend is like a sign to not even be in the relationship that she's in now. It
Yeah.
doesn't even have to do with anything with long distance.
Yeah.
It's just even the thought of like having like another thought that you're wanting to get back with your ex.
Like you've already said that you could see a future with him, but you don't see it right now. And you're already demonstrating that by being like, oh, I'm thinking about somebody else. So I think
D, none of the above.
none of
Yeah,
the
and
above.
she was talking about, I got a choice though. She talked about that she wanted to work on herself. So focus on
how old
that.
is she?
She is 19.
Yeah.
Game changer.
don't-
Be single,
yeah.
girl.
Be super single.
Yes, you need those wild years. 19 to 23
Oh
was
my God.
I had concussion every night. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, yeah. No, I mean, mine was like 16
Oh, yeah,
to
mine was-
20, 21, 22, 16
20,
to
well, I was
22.
at 23 on The Bachelor.
Okay.
So,
okay.
and
like,
in a shark costume now.
Yes,
So
yeah,
still concussion life. I was not okay. Yeah, 16 to 23.
yeah. And so I think like
19, live it up, girl.
live it up.
Yeah.
And if you can really have a great relationship with somebody, but that doesn't mean that that's who you're supposed to end up with.
Yeah.
Like you can just have a great, like, I don't know. This takes me like Sister of the Traveling Pants vibes of being like, come on, just leave Kostas and Greece. Like
What was she again? I don't know what that means.
she was Sister of the Traveling Pants. Do you remember? Okay.
No.
What? You
No,
seen it?
she said she was something. The first
She's an
sentence-
au pair.
What's an au pair?
Okay, so that's like it's like a rich people thing.
Oh, yeah.
So
I totally don't get
it. So I've seen it in movies, like Mary Kate and Ashley movies. An au pair, it's like a live-in babysitter, but like it's very glamorous and European.
Oh,
Yeah.
So she's living in like a fantasy, maybe.
Yeah, she's like living with like probably like a family with like cute little blonde babies and like taking them and like singing like "The Hills Are Alive," The Sound of Music.
Yeah, like Sound of Music. I see her like skipping, like
Yes.
having a picnic.
Yep.
Yeah, girl, get back. Is she from America?
Yeah.
yeah.
Get back
yeah.
home, girl.
Get back home.
Live your American dream.
live your American
Yeah,
dream.
you had your little French outing with
Yeah,
your
that's-
Swiss boyfriend now.
That's everybody's dream.
Yeah.
It's the start of every Mary Kate and Ashley movie. Like the start
Yeah.
of every good movie. Like let that be that joy, and I don't know, because I think
You'll
it'll
look
taint
back on it too and be like, oh my God, like I lived that too.
Yes.
And it was so fun. Like it shouldn't be like a.
You don't have to bring it back to like your hometown, and then you have that resentment of this guy who you used to really like. I don't know, usually like.
Yeah. How did she meet him again?
Just
in
out
France.
on a
About-
moped, probably.
Yeah.
Eating cheese, just being like
Cheese and bread.
Like
I
the
just,
Lizzie
like,
McGuire
yes,
movie.
that's legitimately like what I
was
picture.
thinking.
What I picture is her glamorous life.
I always loved that Lizzie McGuire
Oh my
movie
God,
so much.
Same. It's so good. Yeah.
Isabel.
I
Was
think-
it Isabel?
Oh, her Isabella.
Paula.
Is it
Paolo.
Paolo? Isabella. God, so funny.
I'm picturing it to be Paolo, now her boyfriend.
Same. Oh,
Leave
that'd
him
be
there.
good. Yeah,
Leave
leave
him
him there.
there.
Leave Paolo there.
See, none of the above. You're 19. Live your best life.
Do you,
Girl.
Work on yourself.
Yeah,
Enjoy
if you
life.
want to work on yourself, then that's like a sign to work on yourself.
Completely. Okay, guys, we are going on to the next question.
Hi. So I am a 16-year-old girl from Maryland, and my ex-best friend is threatening to get a restraining order and possibly file for sexual assault on my boyfriend. Context for this. I've been friends with her. I'm going to call her Sandy been friends with Sandy for like 5 years, and Sandy started dating this guy named, let's call him Paul. So Sandy started dating Paul, and they had like a good relationship, but then Paul broke up with Sandy, and then somehow I started dating Paul. It's a whole thing. I know you weren't supposed to date your best friend's ex, but like I did. So, woo, bad person. Let's get that out of the way. But anyway, yeah. So she's lied to me a lot. So I feel like she's lying to me about getting this restraining order, and I feel like she's doing it just to get a rise out of me. Because like I kind of did steal her boyfriend, which is like a really bad thing to do, but like at the same time I didn't really like her anyway. So what should I do? Do you think that I should like do you think I should believe her and take it as like a real thing that's happening, or do you think that I should just ignore it and act like nothing ever happened? I don't know. I have a dilemma, obviously, because I'm calling you.
Wait, I'm confused. So,
Paul and Sandy.
So she's saying she's going to file a restraining order against her boyfriend for sexual.
Yeah, Sandy's going to file a restraining order
against Paul
for sexual assault. And
she doesn't want to believe him.
Yeah, the caller doesn't believe it.
Because it's her boyfriend.
It's her boyfriend, who used to be Sandy's boyfriend.
Yeah. I feel like the sexual assault thing was like very glazed over.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't subscribe to the belief of innocent until proven guilty. I subscribe to the belief of if a girl cries sexual assault, I believe her until the guy has been proven that he's not.
Yeah.
Which like I'm still like iffy on watching Catfish.
Yeah.
Like so I just feel like that I wish we had heard more about that. I would say like
because like what is she saying?
Yeah, like
or
where is
she's
it,
just like bringing this
of?
up.
Because also there's a difference.
You can't just like toss that up in the air.
And in order to get a restraining order,
you need
I know
to
some
prove.
facts. Well, you also need to have called the police. Like to get a restraining order from somebody, you need to have called the police once when that person was like on your property or like so close to you. So you can essentially that you have to have like a proof of record that you've called the police and this has been like something that's happened, that they're an imminent threat to your well-being. So I'm curious because also there's a difference. I wonder if she's pressing charges and along with that is a restraining order, because that would make sense. So I just don't know.
Yeah. And what is she saying that
he did? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
And why
like,
would you think she's lying?
Yeah.
This whole thing is twisted as
and the notion that like girls lie about this to like, no, first of all, nobody wants to be, no matter how bad you want to be famous, nobody wants to be known for like, oh, I'm famous because like I said somebody raped me when they didn't. Like that's not, it's been proven over and over and over again that so many less people are reporting these cases because they think that's going to happen. And it's so seldom that it's been proven like, oh, this girl's lying.
Yeah.
Like it rarely happens. So like the idea, I don't know, that like as rough it would be to like report
like,
that
why
in
would
general,
somebody,
why would you don't gain anything from that.
No.
Like as much as you in your mind, you're wondering if she's doing that to get a rise out of you, that hurts her so much more than it like to prove a point. Like if anything, if I was just trying to get a rise out of somebody, I would like
never say,
no, I'd get drunk and kiss their boyfriend.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't
much.
like claim that like I was like a victim of sexual assault there. And also because they dated, that's like I don't know. There's so much there to me that sounds like that there's something might have happened.
So
and
I think she should believe Sandy.
Yeah.
And fuck the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
that, literally. Like not literally.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck
like,
off.
Fuck off.
I would say that I think it'd be difficult if I don't know. I mean, I would even say this, if my guy friends are listening, if any of my guy friends were accused of that, I would fully be like, I'm not talking to you until this is cleared up.
Yeah, no, same.
Because I like as my gender, like as a woman, like I am like, will stand with any other woman here until something else is proven. But I just don't think, I don't know. And they're young enough too that like that's like,
how old is she?
16, 17?
16.
Like
She's 16.
Schools are going to be involved.
Yeah.
That's news. That's like that it's a big deal. So if it was me in this situation, I don't know how you found out. Like if she told her like I'm gonna do this, but I would be like, hey, can we have a conversation?
Let it to the side or ignore it at
I would
all.
like sit down with her and be like, I want to talk to you like woman to woman.
Not
Please
have
tell
the
me.
man Paul's out of the picture.
Out of there.
Just you and Sandy sit down regardless of your like issues. Just like
And hear
figure
her
this
out.
out.
Yeah. Like hear what's happened and
don't just like throw it away because you really never know.
No. And also that's like it's rough enough to just to say anything at all and to then be met with skeptics who are saying that didn't happen. That would immensely sucks in general and it happens, but it would suck even more if it's coming from like a girl you used to be friends with and like she's dating that guy. So I think go at it with compassion and meet up with her and hear her out. And then I think you should also tell your boyfriend like, hey,
this is what's being said, what happened. Like, you never know.
Yeah. And then I would just wait for, if she ends up pressing charges and stuff, like the legal system will figure all of that stuff out. But I just think
it shouldn't be just.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if like my boyfriend if someone was pressing charges. Like I would, even if I was like, I can't foresee that. There would be like, you would just get a pit in your stomach being like, no, that just, I don't know. It's,
like what must have no, there would be no possible way that I would be able to sleep at night if I found out my boyfriend like had something to do with sexual assault
or even spend time with him.
Yeah, it would all be tainted. And then also like I think about this and like caller think about this, you too. Would you ever make that story up?
Yeah.
Like you in that situation, like that's not something, I don't know anybody who would ever make something like that up. And so I don't know, I just wouldn't be able to disregard it for that. So I think like, I just would go at it from compassion, talk to her about it, tell your boyfriend that you, need some space from all of that. And I get the retaliation. Like I've made out with guys that my friends liked before, but like, it was like a fight we got in and then like, it didn't like escalate to anything like this. So I don't think this is like a response
and they're so
to that.
young.
Yeah. It's an extreme, it would be such an extreme response to it.
Yeah.
And unless it just, I don't know, it just, to me, it sounds like somebody who like definitely went through something and could use a friend and like someone to listen.
So put your issues aside and just be your be
a good girl, like be a good girlfriend to like a gal pal, that kind of a thing. Be the kind of girl you would want in your corner.
Leave Paul out.
No, that's gives
Sorry,
me a
Paul.
pit in my stomach too.
Yeah,
I'm like, ooh, Paul. Ooh. Should we go on to the next one? Hopefully we helped. Next call.
Hey Megan, I am 22 years old, and as of literally a week ago, I was dating my boyfriend of 3 years. Next thing you know, I'm sitting down in front of him, he's crying, and he's literally saying, word for word, and I quote, he said, "When I think of you and me, I think of the word almost." And I asked him what he meant by that, and he said to me that I was almost the one, that he's been thinking that for a while, and he ended things really suddenly. And it's a week later, and I'm still processing, and I'm in shock because I really thought things were on the up and up, and so many things were said by him that night, and I'm still here, just flabbergasted because I can't believe things hit the fan the way they did. But anyway, at the end of his conversation, he was saying, can we still be friends? You know what, let's just take a break. Let's take a break. I need to date me for a while. And I'll be honest, there are some, like, you know, in our little story, there are some things that we did need to work on. And he has some insecurities that I thought that he needed some help with. And it was, I don't want to say nice. For lack of a better word, it was kind of nice to hear him say, you know what, I need to focus on me for a little bit. But it felt so sudden, and the almost comment has struck me to my core. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, is it me? Is it him? It's just such a shitty place to be, because I think I'd rather hear that I'm not the one than I was almost the one. But I guess my question is, okay, I'm on a break with this guy. You know, it's very strange. We agreed not to talk to each other for 3 weeks. But I've never done this before. I've never been on a break. I feel like I have some things to sort out on my end, but I just don't really know what to do with myself. I'm kind of torn. Like, everyone I've talked to has said, you know what, just give him his space, and then you deserve better. Like, if he comes back better, take him back. But it's ultimately up to you, and I just don't really know what I'm feeling. I don't really know what to do on a break. But that being said, I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks, so a week before the break is over, and I'm going on a cruise. And I kind of have been joking with people. I'm like, can I just be a hoe on the cruise? But I don't know where my heart is at, and I think I need to figure that out first. But I just don't really know. I don't know how to feel, and I don't know if you can tell me how I'm supposed to feel, because the almost comment has really just, like, fucked with me, and I don't know. And I don't even know if I should take him back, if I should even talk to him ever again, if I should just let him to himself, if I should step in and help. I really don't know. I'm torn. I'm upset. I probably don't really sound like it because I'm such in shock, but any advice you have about how to handle a break, how to handle being an almost, even though it's a shitty place to be, I'm open to anything you have to say. I appreciate it. Thank you, Megan. I love your podcast.
Oh,
that does
you're
seem
so loved.
makes me so happy. Well, okay.
How old is she?
22.
Sorry,
No, same.
yeah,
constantly.
sorry.
I used to take notes.
I would never want to hear the word almost again in my life.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's in good spirits.
She does sound
She
like she's
sounds
in good
like she's in good
spirits.
spirits. Like, she doesn't sound, and I feel like she's like excited to go on vacation.
Yeah.
That hocation.
Yeah, that vocation. Yeah, I feel like she's. You never want to be somebody's second.
No, and
Like, you always want to be somebody's first. So that is so rude. And but how long were they dating before?
years.
3 years.
3 fucking years.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
I'm not a fan of breaks.
Me neither. I don't believe in breaks.
No, and like I think every time I've like been an asshole and like told like my boyfriend like we're gonna go on a break,
Yeah.
he's like, you don't believe in breaks, we're not going on a break.
Yeah,
I'm
when
like,
I'm on my period,
okay.
I'm always like, I want to go on a break.
Yeah,
But like, I literally don't
but like I just think like I don't know. I just feel like that is something, just like you said, it's not something you can get over in 3 weeks, is being an almost.
Yeah.
And that's something, at least for me, I would never be able to fully like relax. Like, I would constantly be then being like, oh my
What
God, am I
does that
doing
even
enough? Am I
mean?
almost going to be it? Like, that feeling it's not like being like, oh, I don't know, like something that I want to wait until like I can't provide for, I don't know. I don't feel financially stable enough. I
Yeah.
can't afford to like, I really need to take care of myself financially. I'm going to wait until I make X amount of money. But like, how do you get out of being almost? Like, that's not something that, like,
But
that's just a feeling.
Yeah, but it's also like, I wouldn't take it personal for her.
No,
like,
not at all.
Never take it personal. It's obviously an insecurity that he has within himself that he's just like projecting onto her, because like, you're always going to be somebody's first choice.
Yes. And just because it's this guy, if you settle for this guy, the guy who is going to, you're never going to be an almost, you're going to be like the catch of a lifetime.
Yeah.
He's going to get away.
Yeah. So I think almost guy needs to go.
Yeah.
I'm just always like, throw away.
Just saying.
Go, Paul.
But can you
leave.
imagine?
I'm like, but I'm also like, when they
But also
started
3
dating, they were
years.
19.
Yeah.
You're a different person from 19 to 22. So
Yeah.
maybe he genuinely does want to work on himself.
I get that, but I also just like, I could never, this again, just me personally though, date, that's just such an insensitive thing to
It
say.
is insensitive.
So
That
insensitive.
I'm like, that the only goal there is to hurt me and to make me feel like I have no control in the situation.
Do you
Yeah,
think
and
he
just bring
knew
me
what he
down.
was saying? Though, like,
I
maybe
mean,
he was letting
guys
her
say
know
some
that.
stupid shit.
Maybe he was
Yeah.
like trying to let her know, like, we're almost there.
Yeah.
And-
I didn't see that in that
didn't-
perspective.
Yeah, I didn't either. I don't know. I think like I at least for me, like I want to be in a relationship where I feel
Never-
comfortable
yeah,
and I
you're
don't feel like I have to
content.
be on all the time and that I'm like
walking on eggshells.
exactly and like
then-
afraid it's going to be like completely ripped out from underneath me. So if you can get to like if you can get to that place, my advice is just coming from the fact that like I don't think I could get to that place, and I don't think that you should settle for feeling if you feel like that. Like if you feel like you're kind of like tiptoeing around hoping that it sticks and like taking him back, just because I don't know, like I think if you I've heard of couples who've like broken up and then gotten back together like years later, but 3 weeks to me just doesn't fix anything.
No, I think she should go on this cruise, do a wet t-shirt contest, have
Yes.
some fun, let loose, and live it up.
Yeah.
And then maybe, but I feel like she's in good spirits. I feel like she'll have fun. Don't do the wet t-shirt contest. I was totally kidding.
Do they still have it on cruises?
I don't know what I'm thinking.
She's
I told
on
you,
like
I
a Disney cruise.
Can you imagine?
I know. Watch.
There's just like all the furries. It's like Pinocchio's there being like, take your top off. I would love that.
She was doing a Disney Cruise Line, and I just said what t-shirt contest. Okay, I am not okay. Like
She didn't say it was Disney. I just made
no,
that.
I know. But like that would have been really.
I like that image.
Because Disney cruises are actually amazing.
She went to Disneyland yesterday, guys.
Yeah. Never settle for like feeling.
No.
Like I hate when guys bring me down. I was in a relationship that like I always was walking on eggshells, and I never felt like good enough for him. And it's like, that is not a good, healthy relationship.
And you don't really grow out of that.
And you never grow, like it's never going to be good.
Because you also don't have control because it's like his opinion.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, we need to work on our communication skills. So you feel like, oh, I can contribute something to like move us forward. But if it's just like, you're almost it, or like you're doing something like I'm not there. Like, I don't know. It's just like when you have no control in that for me would drive me insane because you can't fix it.
And it's not her. Like she has to realize it's not her at all. Like it's the guy. And maybe he's just not the one for her, like him. Like, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
And I think him working on himself and him saying that he wants to work on himself is so great. And I think that that's just going to take more than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I don't think... Yeah, I think if you guys
I just
are
could
meant
never
to
get
be
over
together,
the almost thing personally.
I wouldn't be able to either.
But I don't know, maybe it's like a different way. Like maybe he's just like, it's almost time.
He might have meant it, you're right, in the same sense of kind of being like, if we met later on, like we're maybe your relationship has surpassed where he feels like he's at in like
guys, well, he's only 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys are so immature.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm such a hater on guys.
Oh,
whatever. No, but I just feel like guys at such a young age just feel that need, like they need to like be financially stable, and just like they're not. If they're not at that place, they kind of feel. I mean, it sucks for them because like you never go to a bar and like somebody's like, I'll pay for this drink. Like it's always guys.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure for a 22-year-old boy, and like boy.
Yes, literally a boy, not a man yet.
Yeah, I think that I think maybe just have fun on the Disney cruise ship.
Get with Mickey.
Get with Mickey. Or Goofy. I feel like
it'd be
wild.
Way fun.
I feel like Goofy would be like...
He'd be a good time.
Goofy would be my time.
Goofy. Oh, yeah. And I think
Tell us how it was.
I'm hella curious how your cruise goes.
I feel like Goofy would take me down.
Yes. In a good way.
Yeah, in a best way possible.
Best way possible. Mickey, I feel like it'd be pretty timid.
Yeah,
like, Mickey's like a little
Mickey, yeah. I don't think Mickey would be good.
No. I feel like
he'd be too shy.
You have to teach Mickey how to like
do things.
No,
I don't have time for that.
I don't have time for that at all. I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah, the cruise only lasts for a week.
Yeah, no, you don't have time to like have a whole like protege for like, let me teach you.
And Goofy's single. Mickey has many.
Yeah, but also Goofy has a kid.
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh, yeah. Max.
Yeah. Do you ever see the Goofy movie?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see the
Goofy
movie.
You should watch it now.
I had a crush on Max as a kid.
Same. He's so cute.
Yeah.
It's so good. I don't know. I can't imagine like a story. Like imagine telling your kids a story. Be like, yes, and mommy and daddy, we almost didn't make it because daddy told me I was almost. Like, does that sound like a successful love story?
I can never ever look at the word almost again because clearly it was like in her head because she said it 17 times.
It's in my head now.
Yeah, I know. I can never look at the word for her.
Yeah, if you're a Harry Potter fan, this pretty much ruined like no, that's
everything.
Always, not almost.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like one of the words. I was like, you almost ruined an entire like franchise. But yeah, God. And it's a word I frequently use. So
sorry, girl.
Yeah. We're going to go on a break and we will be right back.
This episode of Don't Blame Me was brought to you by Audible. For you, Audible has an offer that ends July 31st, 2018. Amazon Prime members can get Audible for $4.95 a month for the first 3 months. That's like getting 3 months for the price of one. After that, it's only $14.95 a month. Audible books are a great sidekick for summer activities like hiking, hanging out, going to the beach, which I love to do every single day, or hanging out poolside, running, road tripping, enjoying downtime outdoors, and more. If you're someone who likes to binge listen, this offer is a great time to begin to listen to series like Game of Thrones, Harry Potter's, or Outlanders, and filling your summer activities and downtime with all kinds of great stories. I use Audible all the time. Right now, I'm currently listening to Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime. It's about his childhood in South Africa and his kick-ass mom. I highly, highly recommend it. One of my favorite things about being an Audible member is that every month I get a new credit. So I get to listen to books that I have been dying to listen to, or I can discover new books. I'm telling you, this is like the greatest thing ever. If I don't like the book, I can exchange it for another book. No questions asked. Another one of my favorite things about being a member is that the books are yours to keep. So with Audible, you can go back and re-listen at any time. I like to set bookmarks for my favorite parts in the book. And even if I decide to cancel my membership, which I never would, but if you decide if that's something you want to do, you still get to keep the books because they're yours. You own them. So if you're like me and you like to listen to books sometimes instead of reading them, like for me, I love listening to books that are autobiographies like Trevor Noah's, because I can hear his inflection of how the things actually sound. And so I highly recommend Audible. Go to audible.com/blame or text blame to 500 to get started. Amazon Prime members, again, can get Audible for $4.95 a month for the first 3 months. That's like 3 months for the price of one. After that, it's only $14.95 a month. This offer ends July 31st. Again, that's audible.com/blame or text blame, BLAME, to 500 to get started. Happy reading or listening.
Hey, Mel, do you want to talk about vaginas?
I love talking about vaginas.
Dude, same. Especially my own vagina. I am partial to my own vagina. I think she's real cute, real nice.
Does she have a name?
No, but I should name my vagina. I don't know. I need to think of a name that represents strength, feminism, excitement.
I named mine Gertrude.
Gertrude? I love that. Have you actually?
Old Gertie.
Old Gertie. Gertie sounds like she's been around the block. Old Gertie.
The stories Gertie could tell.
Oh, I wish I could tell the story about what Mott's named his penis when he was a kid, but he would kill me. But we're going to talk about vaginas because we're talking about Lola, which I know as being tampons, which are actually the tampons that I use. I'm a huge fan of them because, every month as a cisgendered woman, I'm bleeding out.
Yeah.
My vagina's bloody and I need something to fix that.
Current situation right here.
Really? I can't believe we're not synced up.
I know.
What day is it? I should definitely... Oh, I'm getting mine in a week.
Okay.
Around there. I don't know. I'm not that regular. I should really work on that too. So the Lola tampons are made with organic cotton, but guess what, Mel? They have something new.
What?
It's some sex products.
Ooh.
Right?
What kind?
Well, I'm about to tell you. First of all, this is a brand which we know we love. Founded by women for women, which is really realistically how it should be.
Right. I mean, this is something that goes inside of women, so why wouldn't women be the ones that make it?
Why do men have any say in that? I mean, that's a bigger conversation. So Lola's founders saw an opportunity to create sex products made with women in mind and specifically formulated to help maintain vaginal pH. Ooh.
Keep it balanced.
Keep it balanced. So I actually have the Lola subscription for my tampons. So you can have a fully customizable subscription, mix of different products, your perfect mix of absorbency, number of boxes, and frequency of delivery. So you literally don't even have to think about going out and buying tampons. They just arrive before you even have your period. And you're like, oh, wow. Good reminder, supposed to get my period. Now I don't have to think about this. The subscription is super flexible. You can change, skip, or cancel at any time. And you can have tampons, pads, liners, a box of each, mix it on up. But we're actually going to talk about the Sex by Lola line.
Ooh.
It's called The Sex, capital T, capital S.
The Sex.
The Sex by Lola line. And they're available for one-off purchases or subscription, and you can add it to your period subscription, so everything is conveniently delivered to you based on your schedule. The Sex by Lola products are gynecologist approved to help maintain a healthy pH balance and gives your peace of mind knowing what's going in and on your and your partner's body.
That's good to know because I've actually had something before, a
Oh my
toy
gosh.
that burned me.
Shut the
Serious.
front door.
I am serious.
Ow.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear in life is like, I don't know, like a vibrator mask, like a curling iron masked as a vibrator.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There was some material that
Ooh.
did not agree with Gertrude.
Oh, poor Gertie. Another thing I really love about Lola, that for every purchase that you make, they donate a feminine care product to homeless shelters across the U.S., which, if you guys haven't done the research on, is a massive epidemic on, period care with women who are homeless. It's something like we think about like how much of a struggle it is to just buy tampons every month, but considering how much they're taxed and how much all that, we technically have it easy.
Yeah.
Okay, Mel, so we're on to the new Sex by Lola products.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
What do you think they have?
I'm going to say lubricant.
Ooh, yes, we've got lubricant. It's a mess-free one-click pump system. A water-based formula is hypoallergenic and made with 95% organic ingredients to create a long-lasting lubricant that perfectly mimics natural feminine moisture and maintains a healthy pH balance. Wait, it's made with aloe vera. That sounds nice.
That does. Like very calming,
It feels very
soothing.
like cooling, like sunburns,
Yeah.
also like your vagina.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And
Refreshing.
It's made, honestly refreshing. That's
Yeah.
like gum.
Yeah.
Gum for your vagina. It's made without parabens, petrochemicals, glycerin, synthetic flavor, or fragrance, which is always something as a kid I was told I was never allowed to take like fragrance bubble baths because it messes with your vagina.
Mm-hmm.
They also have condoms.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Taking that in our ballpark now. Now it's our ladies. We get to pick our own condoms. Their ultra thin lubricated condoms are made of natural rubber latex and individually tested for contraception and STI protection.
Sweet.
Ooh, ultra thin design and premium medical grade silicone oil lubricant ensures a safe and without sacrificing sensation.
Amazing.
Oh, they're also vegan, low odor, protects about STDs in pregnancy, made without the same things, made without parabens, nitrocyanamines, which I've always said if I can't pronounce it, probably shouldn't be eating it or putting it around my body. Casein, gluten, GMOs, glycerin, synthetic colorants, synthetic flavor, or fragrance.
Interesting. I've never even thought about
Like colors?
or vegan. Like,
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
And gluten. Now I'm wondering,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm allergic to gluten.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Okay, I think I know what I'm adding to my subscription
Yeah.
box. And the last thing is cleansing wipes. And
Okay.
their first all-natural cleansing wipe of its kind, 100% bamboo wipe is soaked in purified water solution featuring a completely natural preservative system to leave you feeling clean and fresh while maintaining a healthy pH balance. Bamboo. And they're individually wrapped for easy transport. You know, take it with you wherever you go. Airplane. That's my, how gross do you,
Yes.
leggings on an
Yes.
airplane?
I
You're
know
like,
exactly
oh
what you're talking
my
about.
God.
Because you're just sitting there.
Just like stewing. It's like it's like sitting in a bubble bath for too long and just like stewing in your own juice. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is disgusting. And then someone's like, hey, sweetie. And you're like, no.
No.
I've been on a plane in leggings. You don't know what's been happening. And the cleansing wipes are made without alcohol, parabens, bleach, sulfates, dyes, or synthetic preservatives like sodium benzenate. Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah. I'm definitely getting those.
I'm into those
Me
because
too.
alcohol is something that would dry out your skin. So this, I'm very, especially from the amount of planes I've been getting on, I think my vagina,
She deserves it.
she deserves it. She needs a name, but she definitely deserves it. Oh, wow. So, guys, Lola has been awesome and is going to be giving you guys 40% off your order. So if you visit mylola.com and enter code BLAME, you can get started. That's mylola.com and enter BLAME. Also, help me name my vagina, guys.
Yeah. You named your nose.
I know. That was easy, though. So, YouTube, we're back from the break, and you might notice that I'm blending into the couch. I was sweating too much in the sweater.
I like this couch.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, it's a good couch.
It is. It feels like I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
just,
I could take a nap on this couch.
Yeah.
I am the couch.
you are like YouTube, the red on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You're
I'm on
up
brand.
YouTube?
Yeah. Ish.
Me too. Me too.
Me too.
MegTube.
MegTube. Oh, it sounds like porn.
MegTube. Oh, yeah, it does sound like
Like
porn.
Pornhub. What? That has nothing to do with YouTube. I just took porn from PornTube. Red Tube. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Pornhub, Red Tube.
Okay.
Red.
Yeah.
There we go. Got it. Got all the porn out of there.
Porn.
Porn.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this next call.
Oh, God.
No, is it about porn?
Ooh, okay. Are we ready?
It's about porn.
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm 24, from the UK, and have a vagina question. And it's about, I'm not sure how to say it, the terms in America, but in the UK, we would call it a fanny fart. And basically, it's where like air has gone up in your vagina and then really quickly came out and like made this farting noise. And commonly, it like happens when in sex, where the guy is like pulled it out and then pushed back in really quickly, and it's really uncomfortable and horrible. And it happens quite a lot, I think, and I'm not really sure if this is like a thing of maybe I have a larger vagina or like not tight. It just makes me think it's not tight, and that's like my worst fear, I think, because guys want you to have this tight vagina, and I do these little, like, I could do this as a party trick. It's insane. And when I ask my friends about it, they're like, yeah, it's just one of those things, and they're like, they don't want to talk about it because it's embarrassing. I don't know. Does this happen to you? Do you even know what I'm talking about? Okay.
I mean, who hasn't queefed?
Yeah, I can queef on command.
Dude, the American term is queef, which a fanny fart is whatever. But I'm sorry, the word queef is just the greatest word of all time.
It really is. It's amazing. But it's really not even a fart. It's really just air coming out of your vagina.
It's like being like...
And it's totally normal.
Like, it's just like a... I don't know.
No,
like
one time I queefed for like 1 minute straight. So don't you worry, girl. And like, I used to be so embarrassed, like, in high school, but like then I was just like, I like it now. It's kind of funny. Just make it like funny.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
But
like,
it's not anything about like your
tightness.
vagina or being tight or not, because I have the tightest vagina in the world.
Same. It's so tight.
It's so tight. I should like win a contest for how tight it is.
Completely. Can only have sex with like things that are size of a pencil. Like, it's so tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slim Jims can
that
about
my
No, babe, you're great. Babe. Can you imagine this whole time I've stayed in a 3-year relationship with a penis that was the size of a pencil? Hell no. Hell no.
No. We're totally kidding, but like not really.
I'm crying. Ooh, okay. So,
anyways, queefs is the best
happens.
word ever.
It's the greatest word ever.
It has nothing to do with your size or width or anything. It's just everybody queefs.
Everybody queefs. It's like the book Everybody Farts. There needs to be a book Everybody Queefs.
Everybody queefs.
And
what did she say it was?
A fanny fart. A fanny fart.
And you have a lot of fans in like
fanny fart?
other
countries, right? And I've never been to Australia. I'm like,
so cool.
Can go there and like talk about fanny farts.
Yeah.
But I think like
but just bring the queefs over because
she's
so much
she's
cooler.
from the UK.
Oh, okay. Well, she's not Australian.
I know.
That's amazing.
Weird. I think like what you're
giving
like,
advice all over the world.
International.
I think you have to bring the humor to it. If you want to address it, like I think it's funny. Like
I think it's so funny, and then just like laugh. Like it's like it kind of like breaks. Like I mean, yeah, you're into it, like, and then like just. Once that happens, like
you can like make a funny like and laugh about it.
If it's a long one, like mine was, then it gets awkward.
Then you're like, I need to pee.
Okay, when does this end? I haven't queefed in a while though.
Really? I queefed the other night. Saturday night, Sunday night, Saturday night. I was on a plane Sunday.
What time?
Night. I was like evening.
Evening queefs are the best queefs.
So this girl that I know,
I don't want anyone. Don't give any names out.
I don't think she would care. But this girl that I know, discovered that she could queef years ago without knowing what it was, and was like in a bathtub and was like, come look at what I'm doing with my vagina. And she was like queefing but with water. So it was like it was essentially it was so
I'm trying to picture it and I can't. I'm thinking of like bubbles popping out of her
vagina. Think of like a beluga whale.
Oh,
it's like think of the
what happens
with
like
the air
wave?
But think of what think of what happens with the air, like a dolphin. You love dolphins. Think about dolphins. The water that comes out the spout thing.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Okay.
So it's like instead
How
of
old
the air,
was she?
young.
Yeah.
Like, and it was the same thing. Like she was like she could literally fucking do it as a party trick. Like now, because all it is, I think about it.
If you roll back, like
in workout classes.
Yeah.
How many times in a workout class I'm like, oh my god, don't queef, don't fucking queef,
Yes.
do not fucking queef, and like a male instructor is like helping you with your form, and I'm like, Megan, you will not queef right now.
And at least queefs don't smell.
No, not at all.
They don't smell at all.
You can cough.
And if your queefs are smelling, then go see a
That's not
doctor
a
because
queef,
that's
too.
not okay. But like, I mean, I'd rather queef during sex than fart.
Totally.
Yeah.
My
like,
friend farted when she lost her virginity. She did. Thankfully, it was like her boyfriend, and it was like fine. But she like literally rolled over. It was like, no, don't look at me.
Like so scared. No, also my friends when we were little, like we were really creepy young girls, and like my friends would like roll back and let air go into their vagina and then roll forward, and that's how you queef.
Yes.
But they would do it like all the time, and I was like, guys, I can't do it. Like I didn't know. I was like, how
funny noise.
Like it was just like you had to be cool to queef. So honestly,
So you're cool.
You're
That's
cool,
essentially
girl.
what that is.
Yeah.
And also, it's not reserved just for sex. I think that's kind of what
It
people
can
think is so
happen
funny.
anytime, anywhere.
You never know when you're gonna queef.
Yeah, you could be shopping and
I've never queefed a soul. I mean, Soul Cycle I wouldn't because there's a lot of like pressure
There's
on
a
my
seat.
vagina. There's nothing like there's not getting air. But there are times there's certain moves in Pilates where like you're like laying on your back and you go up with like your shoulders and your legs in the air and then you're like spreading your legs and putting them back together and you like roll
Oh,
down.
I never
and
did
I'm like,
Pilates. I'll let you know though if I
you could
queef.
You might queef. There's definitely times where I'm like, don't queef. Yeah, I think you just like find the humor in it. And it's not
find the humor.
And
in
if
it.
any guy you're with is like, ew, you queefed, that's so gross. Be like, you don't deserve to
Yeah.
have sex with the vagina if you're like offended by it queefing.
yeah,
Like,
don't be offended
grow
by
the
the
fuck
queef.
up. Yeah, no, she did nothing to you. This vagina is doing a lot of
Lot
things
of
for you.
for you.
This queef is not affecting you at all.
Yeah.
Vaginas are like the power of the world.
Legitimately,
It
they are
really
a life
is.
source.
They really are.
Yeah,
What would we do without vaginas?
none of us
You
would be
wouldn't
here.
be alive.
No queefs would happen.
No
though.
queefs would happen. Not one.
Well, I do have some ways to prevent if you
No
are
way.
subconscious
Oh wait, I'm
about it.
so curious.
Yeah, this is from the
Ooh.
badgirlsbible.com/queef if you want to go to it. It says that you can slow down the pace of the thrusting.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah. Thrust less deeply. So try to wrap your fingers around the base of his cock to decrease the depth of the penetration. And then
That doesn't
switching
sound fun.
positions.
Yeah.
If one position makes you queef more
Oh yeah,
than
there's
often.
a switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch up the positions.
Yeah, so try one where you're on top or rocking rather than thrusting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes I just like to lay on the bottom and not do anything.
Not do anything.
Right.
And that's the time
Like
when I
serve your own
queef. Or
salad
no,
bar?
I usually queef when I'm laying down, face down.
Yep.
Face down, ass up.
Yeah, face down, ass up. That is like guaranteed will queef.
That's a guaranteed
It
queef.
just-
So maybe just don't
just
do
don't
that
do
if you're
that.
not if
or
you're being
warn
self-
your partner and be like, if we do this one, no, it's gonna happen.
I wouldn't even like announce the queef or like even like warn them about the queef.
No,
I just want the queef to live.
Just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
And it's not. It might take you out of it for a second, but I guarantee you, he's like not thinking about your queef. He's like thinking about like
It's
your
really
super
just
tight vagina.
Air.
It is just air.
It really is.
Oh, I loved this question.
Me too. Thank you, girlfriend.
Yes. And
How many times do you think we said queef?
So it's honestly one of my favorite words. Okay, should we go on to the next one?
I am in a bit of a predicament. I live with this guy. He is 19 in German. Oh, by the way, I'm 23. I'm 23 years old. So he is 19 and German, and we live together in this community, and we're both volunteers. And he and I got drunk a while ago and slept together. And he's the second guy I've ever slept with, because very new to my sexuality, and I'm embracing it full force. And it was also the best thing I've ever experienced ever. Like, first time, ick. Second time with him, amazing. But afterwards, he and I got in a huge fight. We were very, very awkward for a while. We're finally getting back to normal. And then this week, we went to a party together, and he got very drunk and confessed that he really liked me, which is hard for me because I really like him. But he leaves to go back to Germany in 2 months, and I will never see him again. And yeah, it's just kind of hard. And I handled it very badly and slept with his friend instead. And he doesn't know yet, but I really would like to continue sleeping with him. But also his friend was also pretty good, and I don't know what I'm doing. If you could help me in any way, shape, or form, I would be super awesome glad.
I mean, I feel like you know what you're doing. Yeah, which sounds exactly like what you're doing. I wonder if is the friend American, do you think? Because I mean, I
didn't know that was going there.
Me neither. It was very quick.
I didn't know that was
I thought it was going to be like, we had great sex. I love him. What happens now?
Yeah.
Not like
then,
I fucked his friend too.
Yeah. And by the way,
P.S. Do a little after note.
But she likes that one too.
Yeah.
She's just getting it
She's
in.
getting it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I said no wrong with that.
No wrong.
Nothing
There's
wrong with
no
that.
wrong in that.
There's no wrong.
So I mean, I think I would not
What's
tell
the problem?
him.
What's the problem?
I don't know what the
He's
problem
leaving
is.
anyway.
He's leaving anyway.
Yeah.
There's no reason to tell him.
A Wiedersehen?
You don't.
Is that German?
A
Wiedersehen?
Wiedersehen?
A Wiedersehen? A Wiedersehen?
A Valentine? A Wiedersehen. That's from Sound of Music.
It's from
Which is German,
Project
there's Nazis
Runway
in them.
when Heidi Klum says bye.
Yeah.
So it was a Wiedersehen.
A Wiedersehen.
Okay, I'm totally
Wiedersehen.
wrong.
One of
Whatever. But
those.
I'm just saying, say that to the German guy.
Yeah.
And live your life, girl. It's I don't see a problem here.
I don't either. And especially if you're not if you're not like
Committed, yeah.
no, you're not doing
Live
anything
your
wrong.
single life.
Yes. Get yours. They'll get theirs. And if you can continue hooking up with that guy. I think you just have to make sure like your lines of communication are
Yeah,
open.
and just wear protection.
Yes. And make sure nobody thinks that don't lead anybody on in thinking that something means more
but
than
they're
something
friends.
else.
I didn't realize.
But are they both from Germany?
Maybe they're just friends from the volunteering thing.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm thinking.
That's what I would think too. So
thing.
like,
so maybe they're not real friends; they're fake friends.
Yeah. You're temporary friends.
You're temporary friends.
So maybe hook up with the German guy until
he goes back to Germany.
Yes, can I go and then hook up with the friend.
Just make sure you're wearing protection each time.
And also don't. I don't know. I would say if he really likes you though and has serious feelings for you and he has like said that before, you have to tell him you're not into him. Like you just are there to have fun. Because
because then you don't want to get the emotional.
No, that's like then you're being a fuckboy. Don't be fuckboy. I've definitely been a fuckboy, so don't do that.
Yeah, I've been a fuckboy.
Oh, yeah,
I'm being
yeah.
a fuckboy now. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, my
Love you,
boyfriend, he'll
Tyler.
talk about it when we started dating. He's like, you were the fucking worst. And I was like,
I
what
didn't
do
get
you
my
mean?
boyfriend. Am I not allowed to have this in there?
Oh, we're not sponsored.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
mean,
If they want to
if they want to sponsor us, we're very into it.
I love this.
Same.
It was my first time. You're popping my lacrosse cherry. What is it called?
LaCroix.
LaCroix.
LaCroix
Or
cherry.
LaCroix. That's what you're supposed to pronounce it as. LaCroix.
I'm so
I
sorry.
like lacrosse.
I like
It's like
lacrosse
religious.
too. LaCroix.
LaCroix. Yeah, so I think you just have to like keep the lines of communication open. That's what I was trying to remember to say. So keep the lines of communication open with them so you're not, don't lead anybody on.
Yeah,
But
don't
then-
if you're just like experimenting and just having fun, then just
as
don't
long
get
as
the
they know that.
Yeah,
As long
just
as they
be
don't think that you're
open.
going to date.
Yeah. But the Germany guy's leaving.
Yeah, anyway.
And the fake friend is staying.
Yeah, so now look, you have like the best situation. You literally have like the current fuck buddy who then is gonna leave, and then you already have someone who's got to like slide in next.
Yeah.
And you're like, great, I have like we got a bench warmer.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
you just like tap right back in. Like you're in a great situation.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, there's no problems here. But I was like, oh, maybe just they're friends with them. They're fake friends. So
Yeah. And
you go, girl.
yes. And it's also not your responsibility. Like he slept with you.
Yeah.
You slept with him. It's not
Is consent.
It's not like you're cheating on anybody.
No.
Yeah.
You have no titles and none of that commitment with anybody. So I think we helped you on that one.
Yeah.
Just do you. Live your best life. Should we go to Producer's Corner? Hell yeah. Producer's Corner is where Mel will, she'll recap us for either we've got a callback from somebody who has previously called and updating us on their situation, or another listener or viewer is calling in to give their advice to a previous question. So if I was like very unqualified for something, they're like, here's what you said. Not that I said it wrong, but they offer more
It's just a
personal
different-
experience.
Yeah, a different perspective.
Yeah. We got one of those.
Yeah, so we got one
Hey.
of those. This
Ooh,
is
yeah.
from the episode with Christine Sidelko,
Fun.
from the girl that had baby fever at 18.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. That was my
What do
face.
you mean?
She wanted
Like,
to have
oh.
a baby at 18.
That's
Did
all
she have one?
wanted. We,
Oh no, is that the callback?
no,
Oh no.
no, it's not a callback. Yeah.
And then what happened?
We
I
don't
need
know.
a follow up,
I
guys.
know. We have someone else calling in and saying what they think.
Yeah.
Hi, Megan. I'm calling in response to that girl from Denmark who's 18 and has baby fever. I just wanted to tell her, I had my daughter when I was 17, and yes, you can do it, but there are some very important things you need to have in place before you do it. You absolutely need to be financially able. Babies are very expensive. And while you can do it without a partner, I raised my daughter as a single mother. You need to have a support system in place. You need to have
reliable friends or family or somebody who will help you you need that emotional support in order to raise a child. I would not recommend doing it completely on your own. And also, she needs to really sit down and think, is it, I want a baby? Do I really want a baby? Or do I want to raise a child? Because a baby is a person. A baby is going to grow up and need things and, learn to talk and learn to walk and go to school. And there's so much more to it than just having a baby. So she really needs to think, oh, do I just want this cute pink wriggly thing to love and show off? Or do I want that responsibility for the rest of my life to be responsible for this other person? Anyway, I just really felt that I needed to, respond to this message because I do have experience in that way. So thank you. Bye.
Oh, she can say it better than I can.
That was good.
I wouldn't say I
reaction?
struggle with it because I think I told her, I'm like, I don't have baby fever, but I love babies, but I just don't want a kid right now. I mean, I don't want a baby right now either. I just all my friends have really cute babies. And so I'm obsessed with babies, but I don't want to pay for lunch. I was joking. I think I said that in the last one, like, I don't want to pay for the lunch for the next 8. I don't want to be like, lunch is on me for the next, the rest of my life.
Yeah. You're not ready.
You're so responsible for so much more than just being like a mentor or like a cool mom. It's like financially, time-wise.
And it's not like just like a doll. Like it's actually like human.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
She's a baby.
Yeah.
Also, though, people have children at a young age. And even they wanted to do it or not. But also people can do it. But it just I think maybe she should just get a dog.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, get a dog. Also, just because you don't, I don't know.
It's what they said. It's a lot. You need a good support system, and it's no, it's not oh, okay, I want a baby. You need to
it's forever.
Yeah,
this is a human you've brought into the world and are responsible for forever. And also it's not you can have kids young, totally. I don't think there's anything wrong with everyone needs to do what they want to do, but you also have to know it's not I don't have kids at 18, but that doesn't mean I'm still going to have kids. I'm still going to do all that, but you don't have to do it immediately.
What does baby fever feel like?
I don't know. I mean, I see cute babies and I'm like, oh, a baby. But then I see a 7-year-old on a plane and I'm like, you're a little shit. I don't want that.
Yeah, all my sisters have babies right now and I love playing with them. But then
you get to give them
give them back.
We were on a plane with 3 triplet boys and the woman, the mom looked at, and I was like, oh, and the mom looked at me. She goes, don't have kids yet. And I was like, okay. And she's like, they're a lot. And I was like, she looked so tired.
3 at once,
yes,
maybe
3
3
triplet
babies.
boys, and they're kicking people and just being insane. And she's just smile. And I was like, they're cute. And she's like, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, but little, she's like, I want to kill him.
Yeah. So I think doing it, I don't know. I think doing anything like that without, I think there's so many amazing young parents out there and so many amazing single parents. But I think, I think, I don't know. I think it's really important, like she said, to have a support system. And I don't think it makes you a better or worse parent having a kid young, but I think you want to be responsible.
Yeah. And you want to bring a kid into the world when it's a good environment.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you don't want to
how you would want to be raised.
Yeah, and you have to be like thoughtful of like you're bringing in a child into this type of environment, so you need to like be thoughtful.
Yeah, I think being responsible, especially when you're making the decision. Because I think sometimes it doesn't happen on purpose, and you can like raise an amazing, wonderful kid and be a really great parent. But even as she's saying, as somebody who raised a kid from like 17,
at a young age,
she's saying that it was definitely difficult. So I think, it's all those Instagram moms that make you be like, I want a baby now.
Yeah, but no.
Like, because you see the pictures of them being cute, not crying.
Yeah.
And like
They hide
playing with
that.
their own poop, which they do. Babies like play with their own shit. I know. Can you
I don't
imagine
think I'm
that?
ready for that.
I'm not ready for that for a while.
A lot of people in the comments too were saying like maybe get a babysitting job.
Oh yeah, like be an au pair.
Yeah.
The rich people job.
I
Be an
know
au
what
pair.
that means now.
Live in. That does make a lot of sense. Or volunteers. Oh yeah, I read a comment. Someone said volunteers. You could do volunteers at the NICU. That's how you call it. Yep, there you go. Concussion.
And
NICU.
the NICU.
Look
It's
at you.
the preemie, the baby preemie stuff. You can get like a volunteer job there. Maybe.
Newborn intensive care unit.
Or get that thing, when you were in high school and you had to like babysit like a fake doll. But
those ones. Did you have those?
No, I had a baby born, but that was from Toys R Us. But there's one from like you had to like do a class and you had to take home a baby.
Was yours a real baby? Like, not a real baby. But
No, it was like fake baby, but like it cried and like.
Did you go to
pooped.
private school?
No, I went to public school and I wore uniform. Seahawks Patriots.
That sounds like a rich public school. We had bags of flour.
Yeah. We had them at my school.
No way.
Yeah.
And you had to bring it home. You had to bring the baby
and we
home.
had an egg baby in middle school.
Oh yeah, I think I did that too, and I dropped it.
Or
So
quickly.
that's when you know.
Yeah, I was like, it was also funny because we were like 11, and I was like, I don't want a baby. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
Why
like,
are you doing
don't
this to
give me
me?
an egg. Like,
I
you,
just
like-
wanna eat it or
Yeah, I was
throw
like,
it.
I don't. You don't need to teach me that it's hard. Like, I don't want
got
this right
it.
now.
I got
just
it.
want to get asked to like slow dance. Like, okay.
Anyways.
Well, that's it for our episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you just listened to it, you can watch us on YouTube. We'll always have it in the description of the podcast. And if you are watching it on YouTube and you want to subscribe to the podcast, we are up on the Apple Podcast app, iTunes. And then if you go to don'tblameme.show, you can figure out where to listen to it other places. So you can listen to it while you're in your car or in your shower, walking around and doing stuff like that.
And now you can also listen directly on the website too.
Oh, sick. Cool. Nice, Mel. Good one. Hell yeah. And where can people find you?
Oh, they can find me or Shut My Hoops.
Hoop
Hoop
Nation.
Nation by Alexis. And my Instagram, I have the best hoops in the business. And Alexis Waters _ on Instagram to watch me get my mustache lasered by Laser Away.
It's premium content, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. If you guys want to call in for the podcast for future episodes, the number again is 310-694-0976. International listeners, you can email an audio message to meghanpodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, what else? Follow Mel and I, or Melissa and I. I keep calling you. Do you want me to call you Mel or Melissa?
Melissa.
Okay, Melissa. You can follow Melissa and I on our socials, which we have.
They're in
linked
the
to.
show
They're in the
notes.
show description. We're on YouTube. So guys, thanks so much for listening to this episode. And I'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Don't Blame Me is a production by me, produced, directed, and edited by Melissa DeMonts. Post-production sound by Chris Henry, production assistant Julie Carley, and music by Giacomo Picasso and Ryan Hunter. I'll see you guys next week, and don't blame me if your life, completely fucks up before then. Oh.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast. And with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.